new restaurant has found its way on South Water Street in place of paninis. Hear about the new restaurant and locals' reactions.
The government shutdown is over, but the congressional battle for health care is not. Learn more about the situation.
The Homeland Security Secretary announced she's giving a group of TSA employees a bonus. We have how much and why coming up.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Happy Friday evening, Portage County, and welcome to KSTV's at 6 p.m. I'm Emilio Hernandez.
And I'm Lexi Blatnick. Thank you for joining us this evening. We come to you tonight with an update on a new restaurant coming to Kent.
Lee Toronto bought the paninis on South Water Street and is now bringing a new restaurant to Kent.
KSTV's own Sophia Elena was able to talk to students about their reaction. Sophia?
Hi guys, that's right. Earlier this week, we got the news that one of Kent's downtown gathering spots is closing and a new place will take over. The news spread quickly and opinions were divided. I talked to some students to understand how they feel about that change. Years, Panini's has been one of Kent State's residents' go-to restaurants where they enjoyed food, watched games, and met with friends. But earlier this week, regulars were caught by surprise with the news that the restaurant was closed down and sold to a new owner, shocking everyone, but also bringing excitement for what is about to come.
So I used to go there a lot with my friends for drinks and food, so I always had a great time, and the food was quite alright. I liked it a lot. But change is always good, so we'll see how that goes. The space won't stay empty for long. With plans of opening next Thursday, November the 20th, the Nut House Pub and Grill, co-owned by Chef Lee Toronto, is set to move in, with a broad menu and late-night hours. Owners say they hope to create a different kind of gathering spot, adding things like pool tables, dartboards, a DJ, and a photo booth to the mix, having something for everyone.
I'm excited to see what they have in there, what they're going to do with the space.
I don't know if it's going to be like as good food as they had at Panini's, but there's only one way to find out, so I got to go there and try it out.
Reactions to the change vary. Some people say they'll miss the family area of Panini's, while others say the change doesn't really affect them much. But what most people agree is that they're excited for something new, and they're curious to see what this new business may offer.
I'm interested. I always like going downtown for like different, meals when I'm kind of bored of like campus living. So I'm excited to try a new place. I hope it's cool.
Workers are coming in and out of the location as they hope to open in less than a week. For KSTV, I'm Sophia Elena.
For those who find themselves bored or with nothing to do, may I suggest the Flash Activities Board's latest event, Kent State's Got Talent. Come see your fabulous fellow Flashes as they show off their talent and see if they have the skills to pay the bills and be the big winner. The talent show is at the Kiva Auditorium today from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're performing or spectating, be sure to have a good time.
With Thanksgiving just 2 weeks away, many charities and churches announced they are giving free Thanksgiving dinners in commemoration of the holiday. Right next door from Portage, Summit County has numerous organizations giving free meals away. One in particular is New Beginnings Outreach Ministries. They announced they're giving away free turkeys, hats, and gloves on Saturday, November 22nd.
It's almost the season to be jolly, and many places in Northeast Ohio will be hosting Christmas festivities this year. Here's the nearest events. In Hudson, you can go to the Hudson Chris Kindle Market from December 12th to the 14th. Stowe hosts the Glow with Stowe Holiday Lighting event on December 6th. At Akron, there's the Holiday Tree Festival from November 15th to the 23rd.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
Welcome to today's weather update, and without further ado, let's get right into the weather. Looking right now, it's going to be about 46 in Toledo, and if you're looking at Columbus and Cincinnati, it's going to be, and Akron, it's going to be in the 50s. Columbus is probably going to be the highest on the map right now. And then if you're looking at Pittsburgh and Athens, Athens looking at like 43 degrees, and Pittsburgh with a high of 48. If we zoom in here, we're going to see that Kent is looking like it's going to be about 52 degrees, along with Ashtabula, Youngstown, and Akron, Canton area. They're all going to be around in their lower 50s. And if we look at Worcester, Cleveland, Sandusky, and Mansfield, they're going to be looking more in the higher 50s, so a lot more higher weather as we look more west on the map there. So now if we just take a look, and we're going to see our hourly weather. And today, it's going to be around 55 degrees and cloudy, and the wind miles of 8 miles per hour with a humidity of 50%. So it's going to be pretty humid out today. And if we look at the hourly weather today, the hourly forecast is going to be around 45 and drop all the way down to 43 when we reach 12 a.m. That's it for your first KSTV weather update. Stay tuned to find out what's happening later this week.
After 43 days, the government shutdown is over, but Congress is still at odds with one another.
CNN's Karen Kaifa has more.
Days after the end of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, Democrats still not giving up on their key demand.
The Affordable Care Act tax credits are scheduled to lapse on December 31st. And so we have about 45 days to get this done.
In exchange for some Democratic votes to reopen the government, Senate Republicans agreed to hold a separate vote on extending existing federal subsidies for some Affordable Care Act insurance plans beyond the end of the year. But there's no guarantee that vote will succeed or that House Republican leadership will act on it.
Am I going to guarantee a vote on ACA unreformed COVID-era subsidies that is just a boondoggle to insurance companies and robs the taxpayer? We got a lot of work to do on that.
Without congressional action, some households face a spike in their premiums after December 31st.
The increase in the health premiums would be half of my income.
House GOP leadership is said to be eyeing a package that's unlikely to extend the subsidies but use other ways to reduce costs. Some House Republicans don't think that will come together in time, and at least a dozen are calling for an extension for now.
We're not going to make major fixes before December 31st. I think we owe it to the middle class and around the middle class to extend these tax credits, maybe with some reforms.
More than 24 million Americans rely on the Affordable Care Act marketplaces for health insurance. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
The shutdown is over, and some functions of the federal government are getting back on track, while others are facing setbacks. The Agriculture Secretary says that SNAP benefits should go out by Monday at the latest. According to officials, certain federal workers should start getting back paid today, while some agencies say it could take another week to make their staffs whole.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced the department is giving some TSA employees at George Bush Intercontinental Airport a $10,000 bonus check. This comes after the employees worked through the government shutdown. Noem didn't specify what the requirements were, but she did announce that more employees would receive the bonus.
We'll be handing out bonus checks of $10,000 to TSOs, to agents who work for TSA who served with exemplary service. And what that means is that we are going to not only continue their paychecks like they should have received all along, but also they're going to get a bonus check for stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day, for serving the American people, and taking seriously the mission that the Department of Homeland Security takes seriously and that they take seriously every single day, and that's keeping the American people safe while they go and commute across the country and while they do their work and business and take care of their families.
Now that the government shutdown is over, the Smithsonian announced it will be opening its museum and zoo on a rolling basis starting today. The museums currently open include the National Air and Space Museum and the National Museum of American History. Opening tomorrow is the National Zoo, the National Museums of Natural History, African Art, Asian Art, and African American History and Culture.
And in addition to the Smithsonian, national parks are reopening. One in particular is the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. Throughout the 43 days, the park was supported by nonprofit organization, the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation. During the shutdown, the park was vandalized according to the foundation's CEO. The CEO is also unsure of the scope of the damage.
The previously unexplained death of a New Jersey man is now believed to be linked to a condition caused by a tick bite, but it's not what you expect. Find out more about the strange new medical discovery.
Can you help me?
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
Is it okay over there? Is that good?
Jackie boy, look, we have bbeen through a lot together.
Hurry up before this rain, this rain goes away.
Well, it's just,
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
If you already own some Christmas decorations, you might want to consider putting them up early. Mental health experts say decorating for Christmas early can make you happier. Research shows it relieves stress and anxiety as it brings back happy memories from your childhood and creates a warm and welcoming atmosphere for friends and family.
And Iowa County found a way to reduce harm in its community. Polk County Health Department introduced a vending machine that includes naloxone, gun locks, and contraceptives. The vending machine is meant to support residents' health and reduce the amount of overdoses in the community. A Polk County Health Department official says the vending machine is also in response to reproduction freedom being limited.
Last year, a 47-year-old father collapsed and died in his home unexpectedly after a family cookout. The man's widow, seeking answers, got into contact with immunologist Dr. Thomas Platts Mills, who did research that found that tick bites could cause some people to develop a red meat allergy. As it turns out, on a prior camping trip, the man was bitten by dozens of ticks.
The United States has seen a rise of pertussis over the decade, more commonly known as whooping cough. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says the illness often goes undiagnosed. Toddlers with whooping cough often show signs of a cold that may often progress into coughing fits that last for several minutes. As for infants, the coughing fit may not even be present. Officials say the best prevention for the disease is vaccination.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back to the rest of your week's forecast. Let's see what the weather is looking like for the rest of your week. Tomorrow, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 62. Sunset is going to be around 5:05 p.m. Possible thunderstorms, so look out for that. Wind is going to be around 10 to 20 miles, 10 to 20 southwest. And rain is going to be around 57%, so definitely look forward to it raining or precipitating tomorrow. So definitely just keep the umbrella on hand. So if we look at the extended forecast, you're going to see that Saturday it's going to be around 62. That's going to drop down to 42 when it comes to Sunday. Monday is going to be around 41, Tuesday 43, and that's going to rise up to 40 to 54 around Thursday and Friday. Rain percent chance on Saturday is going to be around 57, which is probably going to be the highest rain percent chance of the week, and that's going to go down to 11 and to Sunday and Monday, and then it's going to rise up slightly as you go all the way to Friday. Thanks for staying tuned for the rest of your week's forecast. For more updates, stay up to date with the Kent Stater. For KSTV, I'm Nick Sheffo.
The landscape of businesses across the world is changing due to advances in technology.
That's right. With the ever-changing landscape, we turn to Stephen Strink for your KSTV Business Report. What do you have for us, Stephen?
From eBay's 30-year anniversary to a dispute between YouTube and Disney to Little Caesars, we have a lot of business to talk about, so let's get into it. eBay is one of the first online shopping sites, and the 30-year-old site is getting a huge upgrade this year due to artificial intelligence. In 2020, the site had dropped from the second top e-commerce shopping spot to third, with Walmart taking the second spot. But then the pandemic hit and eBay got a boost. Artificial intelligence is the reason for that boost, with the site investing in AI, bringing 5 new AI features to the site. 2 weeks into the Disney-YouTube TV standoff, and there appears to be no end in sight for the contract negotiations. Disney has pulled its programming, including ESPN and ABC programming, from the site on October 30, after contract negotiations came to a standstill on Thursday. Disney's chief financial officer told investors that the company is prepared to negotiate for a while longer. Tomorrow in Rockford, Illinois, pizza chain Little Caesars is opening its first self-service restaurant. Taken away is the traditional service counter. Instead, customers order on the mobile app, then pick up their food from the mobile order pickup zone. Customers can also order via the self-serve station, where customers can select, scan, and pay for their items. The first 100 customers on Saturday will get a free pizza. That's all I have for you tonight. For KSTV, I'm Stephen Strink.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the Jets and Patriots game last night on Thursday Night Football.
You crank it and the beat just moves you right down the hallway. Why not? It doesn't hurt anyone, but listening too long and too loud can actually hurt your hearing. Excessive volume in earbuds, stadiums, and at concerts, even loud machinery, can damage hearing in just 15 minutes.
1 in 5 people 12 years and older now has some kind of hearing loss. So see a hearing professional and let's get those ears checked and boogie on.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself.
It's for teachers,
Students,
designers,
Mechanics,
scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
hey there, welcome to Kent Core.
Kent Core?
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
To Kent Core.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Zach Svensson for Kent Stater Sports, and we have a lot to talk about in the world of sports. Let's get right into it with the Kent State football team. The Flash's football team headed to InfoCision Stadium in Akron to take on the Zips in MAC conference play on Tuesday night for the Battle of the Wagon Wheel. The Flashes came into the game looking to take home the Wagon Wheel for the first time since 2022. After a little back and forth early in the first half, Akron would lead 17-14 at the break. But coming out of the half, the Flashes would start off hot in the third quarter, scoring 14 unanswered, and they would lead 28-17 heading into the fourth. The Zips would mount an insane comeback in the fourth and sent this game to overtime. On the first play of OT, Drew DeShields would find Ardell Banks for the 25-yard touchdown, and that would be it after an Akron 4-and-out. The Flashes hoist the Wagon Wheel trophy for the first time since 2022 and get to 4-6 on the season and 3-3 in MAC play. They will take on Central Michigan next Wednesday at Dick Stadium. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. The Kent State basketball team will take on Cleveland State tomorrow. They come into the game 2-1 after a loss in Game 1 to Troy and wins in Game 2 and 3 against Cornell and UNC Wilmington. The Flashes hold a 15-5 record against Cleveland State all time and come in with an 8-game win streak. The last matchup between the two was last November when the Flashes won 68-52. Tip-off will be at 1 p.m. at the MAC Saturday. The Browns will play host to the Baltimore Ravens at Huntington Bank Stadium this Sunday. They come off a loss to the Jets last week, and their record sits at 2-7. The Browns are looking to get the season series even with the Ravens after their 41-17 loss earlier this year in Baltimore. This game will air on CBS, and kickoff will be at 4:25 p.m. in Cleveland. Now we'll head to Foxborough for the first game of Week 11 on Thursday Night Football between the 2-7 Jets and the 8-2 Patriots. We pick up middle of the first with Justin Fields in the gun. On the 5-yard line, Fields takes the handoff, fakes the handoff, and shows the speed rushing to the outside for the 5-yard touchdown. Jets lead 7-0. Now early in the second, Drake May under center pitches to Travion Henderson. He cuts back up the middle and is swarmed by the defense and gets in for his first touchdown of the night, tying this game up 7-7. Now, midway through the second, the Pats driving once again. May hands off to Henderson, and once again, he blasts right up the middle to give the Patriots the lead, now 14-7 with his second touchdown of the night. We pick back up 2nd and 5 midway through the third. May in the gun drops back, and who else does he find but Henderson once again in the back of the end zone, this time through the air for his third touchdown of the night, and the Pats extend their lead to 21-7. The Jets would add a touchdown, and on their next drive, Fields would fumble the snap, leading to a turnover, and that would seal this one. The Pats would tack on a field goal and take this one by a final of 27-14 and improve their record to 9-2 on the season. That's all for your sports recap tonight. For Kent Stater TV, I'm Zach Svensson, signing out.
If you're fondue with cheese and cheddar makes you feel better, then you won't believe who won the world's best cheese competition.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agreed, the scammers are out of control.
Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work, and it's great. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure-our-world.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Look out, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.
Go to ladrfoundation.org to join us in the fight against fentanyl.
Thank
you.
Well, you've probably heard of the saying, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. But what about bees? Scientists originally discovered the Megachile species in 2019 in a remote part of Western Australia. But a new report says that the female bees have, quote, devil-like horns. Scientists say that the function of the horns are unknown, but they suspect that they may be used to fight for nesting sites.
The World Cheese Awards is an annual event that brings together cheese lovers from all over the world to judge over 5,000 cheeses from over 40 countries and name one the world's best cheese. This Thursday, in Switzerland, an aged Swiss Gruyere took the crown. It's made from cow's milk from a small dairy farm in Switzerland. One of the judges said that even 3 cheeses later, he could still taste it.
So, okay, I'm thinking, is that a good thing that you can still taste the cheese 3 cheeses later? Like, maybe I'm just not a cheese kind of gal, but do you prefer your cheese to be cheesy?
Well, I think it's just talking about the richness of the taste.
That makes sense. That does make sense. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for you today. But be sure to tune in on Monday for KSTV at 6 p.m. I'm Lexi Blatnick.
And I'm Emilio Hernandez. Have a great night, Portage County.
How can you hate Star Wars?
Kung Fu Panda.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Here for a late night walk.
Yes.
Late night walks around campus. Not bad.
I always, you know, like the swing.
Student center.
What?
Wait, care, you mean like healthcare?
CARES Center.
Student center.
Where you can get support.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one.
Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe.
Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.